Utagawa Hiroshige was a Japanese printmaking artist famous for his skill in creating unique and poetic ukiyo-e blocks. He found inspiration from Hokusai's 36 Views of Mount Fuji and created his own series titled The 53 Stations of the Tokaido. This series was created between 1833 and 1834, and it was inspired by his experiences traveling along the Tokaido, which is a road that travels along the eastern sea coast of the main Japanese island. Utagawa is considered the last great master of ukiyo-e tradition. The specific piece that will be the focus of this video is titled Third Station Kanagawa, and is the fourth print in the series of the 53 Stations of the Tokaido. I chose this piece specifically because I felt it had an interesting and dynamic composition. The first thing to notice is the aspect ratio of the print. While many ukiyo-e prints feature vertical aspect ratios meant to hold only a few characters, Utagawa chooses a narrative landscaped aspect ratio which captures a large amount of scenery and details, including several small characters. This helps emphasize the print as a story, rather than a frozen shot in time. Another interesting quality of this print is the three-dimensional depiction of perspective. Utagawa portrays skillful three-dimensional understanding, and shows this in the clever foreshortening of the largest boat, as well as the one-point perspective in the line of houses. This sort of 3D visualization is somewhat rare in Japanese prints. The medium of printmaking encourages flat-colored 2D drawings, so Utagawa's depiction of the third dimension may have been influenced by Western art and ideologies. The colors used in this print consists primarily of yellows, blues, browns, reds, whites, and dark greens. There is a sense of call and response with the colors. The blue of the ocean is repeated in the distant mountains, as well as the blue patch behind the trees. Dull yellow and brown can be found patterned among the houses. White is repeated in a roof, people, the sails, and the sky. The darkest inks are held against the white sky to emphasize contrast. These dark shades found in the trees and the Japanese writing also create a link of solidarity for the frame. The frame is split into areas of activity versus areas of rest. The left side of the frame is primarily flat colors with little movement, and large areas of rest. The right side of the frame has more points of closure, as well as busier line work and much more active shaping. The diagonal angle from the street collides with the alternate diagonal of the blue in the sky. This creates tension, which only adds to the activity. This tension is balanced alongside the large areas of rest found in the blue ocean and white sky. Repetition is found all throughout the design of this print. It can be seen in the distant rectangular sails that quickly become smaller as they recede into the horizon, as well as the repeating triangles of the roof structures. The distant cliffside mountains have small, detailed, repeating brushstrokes. Even the small boats line up in a repetitive red and yellow pattern. This helps guide the viewer around the painting by creating explicit and implicit lines for the eye to follow. Utagawa Hiroshige was a master printmaking artist. He created ukiyo-e blocks at the end of the tradition's lifespan. His death marked the decline in the style, but these unique prints laid the foundation and inspiration for many art movements to come.